These 5 NASCAR moments will surely leave you shocked long after the video has ended. Number 5. At the Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee, driver Micheal Waltrip was racing at the Budweiser 250 race. Everything seemed to be going well with the electric atmosphere surrounding the track. But then, in a split second, this happened.
By Robert Pressley into the wall I went, well, part of the wall.
After making contact with car number 59, driven by driver Robert Pressley, his vehicle quite literally tore apart in two after striking the gate opening along the outside wall. Miraculously, Waltrip came out of the demolished car with no major injuries, only suffering a minor concussion. All in all, things could have been a lot worse. Number 4. At the final lap of a 2022 NASCAR Series race in Daytona, Florida, driver Myatt Snider fancied sliding in front of another driver, assuming this daring move would give him the advantage. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned.
Austin Hill in the 21, big crash, up and over. Caution is out.
Misjudging his move, the car was turned sideways, hitting the backstretch wall before going airborne. The rear of Snider's car struck the catch fence as it flipped over, breaking off both the front and rear of the car away, even ejecting the engine from the vehicle. As sparks violently surround what's left of the body, the car continues sliding towards the grass, where it finally comes to a stop. Astonishingly, Snider was able to climb out of the car by his own means and even walk away, escaping a situation that could have spelled death. Number 3. It was lap 96 of the 2016 Geico 500 at the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama, when suddenly, things took a turn for the worst. There was violent contact between drivers Jamie Mcmurray and Austin Dillon, which triggered an even bigger multi-car accident, causing this horrifying scene to unfold.
Back straight away. 48 hit and Jimmy Johnson goes spinning.
Down. Busher. Oh, man.
Chris Buescher on his lid.
At least 5 cars were involved in the harrowing scene. However, all eyes turned towards driver Chris Buescher driving the yellow car. Buescher getting clipped in the right rear caused his car to flip in the air 3 times before eventually coming to a stop. Hearts were racing, until finally, images were shown of Buescher moving inside the vehicle. But the most outstanding fact? All drivers involved, including Buescher, remained uninjured. Had this happened 20 years ago, a different story would have been told. Number 2. At the Daytona 500 in 1993, driver Rusty Wallace was a victim of a crash between the cars of Micheal Waltrip and Derrike Cope. Trapped by the crashing cars from behind, Wallace spun out of control. As a result, this eye-opening scene happened.
They're trouble behind. Rusty Wallace is turning over.
Rusty Wallace 20 feet in the air, spinning, crashing.
Wallace's car ended up flipping several times before landing on the grass in the middle of the Daytona International Speedway. The car was completely damaged, but that wasn't even important. Beyond glad were the people when Wallace came out walking on his own, suffering minor injuries, but overall being in an adequate condition. Number 1. Just a few days ago, driver Ryan Preece had what was probably the worst moment of his life. Attempting a daring move, he stumbled into another car next to him. What happened next speaks for itself.
For Harvick. And around goes a couple cars. Preece upside down. He's barrel rolling through the grass. Ryan Preece.
Preece's car was hit from behind by driver Erik Jones' car, sending Preece into an aerial spin, flipping nearly a dozen times before finally coming to a stop. His car was completely destroyed, and presumably one would expect for him to be gravely injured. To everyone's relief, Preece was able to get out of the car, standing on his feet
In the middle of the AMR safety team.
and in less than a day being declared in good condition as per a nearby hospital. If you thought these NASCAR moments were quite the shock, then these 6 drag racing moments ought to send a shiver down your soul.